Hello and welcome to Ready Bet Action, your one-stop shop for all things sports betting. We're here to give you a quick rundown on all things you need to know for Saturday, September 2nd, week one of college football. Of course, we've been enjoying it for a while. Eric, you are in Texas getting ready to watch your Buffs and Coach Prime start the season off. You must be pretty pumped.
So excited. I am in Fort Worth right now, sitting outside tonight. Beautiful night. Ready to go for TCU CU tomorrow. I'm excited to get to that game. Never been to that stadium. Should be super electric. Ready to go, man. I'm excited to go to my first college football game of the year.
I know. Hey, and it's Coach Prime, I'm sure, is right there too. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Before we dive in, you do have a play on that game for tomorrow. Before we jump into football, though, real quick, I just want to let you all know I am on a bit of a heater betting soccer right now. You're going to want to follow along. I gave you West Ham earlier today. We did Atletico earlier this week. We've had a lot of big wins. I want to give you an absolute screaming deal. Same as last week. We're going Tottenham money line at Burnley at minus 120. Tottenham, even though Harry Kane has gone, looks so good. And it's not just Song. Their new guy, Madison, is looking really good. I'm excited to watch Tottenham. I am an Arsenal fan, so I don't want Tottenham to be great, but right now they are clicking on all cylinders. I'm not the only one hot right now. Eric has been hitting his football plays just out of the park. He's having a great start to the season. And we know that these hot streaks come to an end, but you want to tail them while they're going. So, Eric, can you give us a couple of plays that you feel super good about for this upcoming slate on Saturday? All these games are Saturday games, so we'll have another show for you for the Sunday stuff. But what should we be betting on? Because I'm definitely just blindly following you at this point.
Absolutely. I'm loving college football so far. I'm hitting some awesome picks, and want to give you a few ones that I think are going to do really well this weekend. One of them, to be fair, is a homer pick. It's 2 shows in a row giving a homer pick. I know, but we're going to start with ECU plus 36 versus Michigan. I think this is a little disrespectful towards ECU. Season opener, playing Michigan. I get it. Michigan's probably a college football playoff team. However, ECU has a really good quarterback. I think keeping it close might be a strong term, but definitely within 36 feels like a really big number for this game. So I really like the plus 36 here. I think you're going to see that hit. Then I'm going to go ahead and move to South Alabama at plus 6.5 versus Tulane. Yes, Tulane is ranked. However, the matches against these two schools have been very close recently. I think this continues to be close, and you are going to see South Alabama keep that game close. If you can find this on TV, it might not be your top choice. However, I think it could be a really entertaining game. And then, y'all, I had to pick the game that I'm going to tomorrow. Fair warning, full bias, homer pick. But you know what? When the spread is 20.5 points, is it really a homer pick? That is a big number for a CU team who was 1-11 that kept it tight with TCU in the first half last year. Yes, fully new roster, but guess who else has a new roster? TCU has I think they have 2 returning starters on offense. I think I have that correct. So very few returning starters. I think CU keeps it within 2 scores in this game. And honestly, that's a great victory for CU going into Nebraska next week. And I think they keep it close. I don't think CU wins this game. However, I do think they keep it within 2 scores, which is going to get you that plus 20.5. So, Stafe, you have some college football. I think you're due, man. I think you're due for college football for you to come back and to hit these next couple picks.
Well, in true fashion, I am just going back to some ugly games that have some decent numbers. So I want to take you to Laramie, which is just north of me. Not just, I'm in Denver. Laramie is in Wyoming. But I want Texas Tech minus 13.5. There's a lot of people pumping up this Texas Tech team. Their offense looks ready to go. I think they're not quite as good as what everyone's saying, but Wyoming isn't either. They lost their number 1 running back from last year. They're going to have some trouble moving the ball. This is, I think, I was tempted to look at the under on this too, but really, I just think Texas Tech is going to get out by enough, and Wyoming won't be able to catch up. My final play, we're going to do some Big Ten action. We're going to go up into the heartland, the Midwest. Toledo is going to Illinois. I like the Illini here at -9. A lot of books have them at -10, but over at Caesars, which I highly recommend. Quick aside, please have more than one sports book. Shop these numbers. Illinois -9. Their defense is legit. They might have the best defensive line in the Big Ten, maybe one of the best defensive lines in the entire country. Toledo will not be able to score as much as you might expect. Meanwhile, Illinois is bringing back a lot of exciting receivers, and my dogs are barking at the pizza man. So that's it for my picks. That's it for my picks right there.
That is great. I love that Illinois defense. I know last year they were under Ryan Walters. Ryan Walters has moved on since then. However, they still have the pieces. I think that's a great defense. They're a great Big Ten defensive team. And I think that's really great. So I think it's time to move us into this recap. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X. We're all of those places, especially if you want a shorter version of this show. We try to keep it brief anyways, but these are great ways to kind of find a very quick recap if you're maybe right before game time trying to figure out, your picks for the day. So I'll go ahead and kick it off with my summary. I am going ECU +36 versus Michigan at -110. I got South Alabama at +6.5 versus Tulane. I know that's not a super favorable number, but I like that to be a really close game. And then I have University of Colorado Buffaloes, Coach Prime, keeping it within 2 scores at +20.5. And they're going to do that against TCU, a game I will be at tomorrow. Stafe, go ahead and give me your summary.
Yeah, my football plays, I've got Texas Tech -13.5 at Wyoming. And then we're going to go with Illinois -9 hosting Toledo. And then my soccer play for you tomorrow is Tottenham on the money line at -120 against Burnley. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have a lot of money on that game. I feel very confident. So let's go. Let's make some money tomorrow. Let's enjoy some college football being back. And, of course, kick the day off with a little footy from the other side of the world. For Eric Doran, I'm Stafe on the Code. Thank you so much for listening to us at Ready Bet Action. We'll be with you all tomorrow.